Temi-Tope Adeleye here with NBC 10 News. I'm here at the Congress of the Birds headquarters in Providence with the executive director who's going to give us a show and tell of their clinic. Hi.
Hi, my name is Sheida Soleimani. I'm an executive director of Congress of the Birds, and we're here in our rehabilitation center right in the middle of Providence in the Elmwood neighborhood. We have a great facility here. It's a little small, but we make do. Right now we have a few patients in care, notably across from me, a white-breasted nuthatch that ran into a window and has a coracoid fracture, so his wing is wrapped. Behind me, a robin that also ran into a window. This guy ran into a window at Garden City as well, which is a high traffic area for a lot of birds. Yeah, there he is, hiding like a little deep in there in the brush. And then in here we have a few doves. We're about to go release a black and white warbler, and a really exciting patient that we have in here right now is a yellow-billed cuckoo. I don't know how well you could see him through there, but he is a migratory bird that also ran into a window at Garden City. But flying around us right now, we have our federally licensed education bird, Pluto, who is a blue jay. They're in the crow family, and someone kept him as a pet. Hi, Pluto. Do you want a treat? So wild birds are not meant to be kept as pets. Pluto was an experiment for someone, unfortunately, and he is now habituated to people. He does not think that birds of his own kind or other blue jays are his family members or friends. And because of that, he's not able to be released back into the wild. So we have registered him as a federally registered and licensed education bird, so we could teach other people to not make that mistake in the future and not to keep wildlife as pets.
Yeah, and so you were even telling us that you're looking to hopefully expand. It seems like you've kind of outgrown this clinic.
We have. I don't know if you could see, if we could go behind us, but this isn't a huge space. We release and rehabilitate upwards of 2,000 birds out of our basement in Providence. We've been lucky enough to just get a massive donation of 42 acres of land, and we have a matching campaign, dollar for dollar, $25,000 a private donor has given us to help us build massive release enclosures on this 42 acres of land for these birds to be able to be released and to fly free. So we're asking our Rhode Island community to help chip in and to help make this dream a reality. We would be the first bird hospital of its kind in the state and the first ever release center to be able to help these birds get back into the wild where they belong.
Yeah, and so you'd even mentioned that you save upwards of 2,000 birds a year.
We do. Yeah, our federal records last year indicated we did a little over 1,000, and this year we have taken quite a few more. Pluto, would you like another treat? Here you go.
And we couldn't do this work if we didn't have an amazing volunteer network of almost 50 volunteers at this point, all of whom do this work unpaid. However, we would very much love to be able to support a staff, and that's part of one of our stretch goals, if we can miraculously raise $75,000.
Yeah. And so, John, if you could also introduce yourself to everyone.
I'm Jonathan Schroeder. I'm co-director of Congress of the Birds.
Yeah, and so just talk to me about how meaningful is the work that you do to you?
For me, that's extraordinarily meaningful. It's so different from the kinds of jobs that we do behind screens and behind laptops, in part because this is about saving the wildlife that we have not built a world for. It's about recognizing the harms that we are causing that we don't pay attention to at all. Every window on a building is invisible to a wild bird, to the millions and billions of wild birds that fly across our country every year. And maybe most importantly, on a global or planetary level, this is about realizing that we need to put animals first if we are going to continue to live on this planet too. If we are going to continue as a species as well, we need to build a sustainable relationship with our planet. Right now, we are not doing that, and it seems like we are hurtling toward a very bad end. So we need to rethink how we live and who we live with.
Wow, way to be dark.
Yeah. And so I have to ask, is there anything that I haven't asked either of you that you would like to add that you want people to know, especially on this journey of trying to rack up thousands of dollars for this recovery center?
Yeah, if you are not able to give, I mean, obviously, literally every dollar makes a huge difference for us. We're grassroots, volunteer-based. You know, we've been doing this, hemorrhaging our own funds for it for years. But if you're not able to give, educating is really important to us too. So if you find a wild bird in need of care, please always feel free to call Congress of the Birds. Our phone number is 513. I know it's an Ohio zip code, but I do live in Rhode Island, 236-0654. I'm happy to answer any calls or texts about injured birds, and you are welcome to drop them off with us. Please also prevent window strikes by putting anti-strike decals on your windows, especially during migration season.
And I don't want to sound like Bernie Sanders here, but I would say that sometimes the most meaningful donations are the smallest, because it shows that there is a broad-based interest in helping animals. So if you can give $1, $5, that means as much to us as someone who's affluent and can give more. I would also say, if you like to fish in Rhode Island, the ocean state, please don't cut your lines and leave them behind, because the sinkers can cause lead poisoning in our shorebirds and waterfowl, and the hooks can get caught in our seagulls, and the line itself can get wound around or down the throats of a lot of these birds and cause massive injuries.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you both so much. And everyone watching, please be sure to look for this story on our website, turnto10.com, or check out, hopefully, their segment on our newscast. But for now, in Providence, Temi-Tope Adeleye, NBC 10 News. All right.